Welcome back to SOS. I am Staff Sergeant Badass, and
Sippy cup.
we are going to talk about the baby bug out bag. Now, why? All right. You're going to get so many comments about something like this. You know, I get the know-it-alls and the geniuses and Billy. All right. So people are going to say, why? Why a baby bug out bag? Is it for us? Not necessarily. It could be for somebody else. And helping others is what we would prefer to do. And it's also a great bartering item. And in the event we do have another child, for example, I have a bag, a kit that's ready to go. And I know the stuff that's in it is up to date and ready to go. And I don't have to go searching around the house. Because anyone who has kids knows in a disaster, how hellish would it be to have to search around the house to try and gather up the diapers, gather up the clothes, gather up the blankets, gather up a toy, all the little items you may or may not need along the way because you don't know what's coming next. Emergency preparedness, people. It could be a tornado. It could be anything, a typhoon, whatever it is. Cows falling from the sky. But whatever it is, you'll be prepared for it. And you'll have a bag you can grab and leave with. Now, am I saying you should do this to your personal bug out bag? Make a bag. Make just a kit for that. It goes sitting next to your bug out bag. Chunk it in your truck, car, minivan. Those Honda Odyssey drivers out there. Chunk this in there and roll out. You know what I'm saying? Sippy, you want me to talk some more?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want me to talk about the bag? Let's do it. All right, so the bag. All right. It is a slight tactical bag. It's kind of what I use for my get home bag, but we have a green one. The green one, this OD green, is for the baby. We don't have a baby. Our kids are a little bit grown, so diapers can still come in handy. But the stuff that's in it, so-so. But for other people, maybe. And at our church, we have a lot of babies there. And in the event, one of those folks might be having to leave for whatever reason because of an emergency situation, and we might get stuck in that group, and they might need this. And to keep a baby alive, be thoughtful, right? Of others. So it's got individual pockets on the front. Bam, bam, bam. I think this is like Maxpedition makes something like this. Red River, I believe, or Red Rock makes something like this. It's called a tactical camera bag. All right, you got side pockets. You flip it over. Now I've got tabs back here, so this mounts to a regular bug out bag. Say I've got my bag and I need to bring this. I just snap this right on the side of my bug out bag and I'm fine. It works. And if I've got a kid, say a 4 or 5-year-old boy that's pretty rowdy, I'll just tighten this strap up, throw it around him, and he can carry it. Just saying. Pack mule. Or the dog. I'll make the dog carry it. Yeah. You got side pouches over here as well. So you've got 4 of these. And what's cool about the center, quick access, it flips open. This whole thing opens up and you get the whole inside there. Now, you've got another slit in here that drops in and you can put whatever you want in that thing too. I was thinking maybe something I might not need as fast, I could shove down in there. Anyway, that's pretty much the bag. Now I'm going to slide that, and all of this goes in this. Just so you know. I wasn't going to keep it all put together and just start dumping stuff out on the table. I hate it when people do that. I'd rather just see what actually goes in the bag. This is the bag that goes to it. Let's get it out of the way. Now, you don't have to do things the way we do it. You don't have to have this idea. This is an idea presented to you by Staff Sergeant Badass and Sippy Cup. And Sippy Cup, are you ready to talk about the stuff that goes in it?
Well, for starters, it's really important to have bottles.
Bottles.
We have to have bottles for a baby. As if you're not breastfeeding, I won't go into too much detail. I don't want to embarrass any of those guys out there. Bottles.
Bottles. These are cool. Now, you could go bigger. These are a little bit bigger. This is made by Abbott, the Abbott company, if you look them up. And this is, Simulac does these. This is Simulac, I think that's Simulac, yeah. Same company. They make, they're packaged like this. So, man, you just leave them like that and then put them in your bag.
Yep, so you got your bottles for your baby, and go along with those bottles is, of course, formula. And formula is expensive. This was just extra, so we were fortunate just to have some spares. So if you can't do that, the rice, you just mix it up with some water to not so thick consistency. That'll tide them over. It'll fill them up. It might be harsh on their stomachs because they're little bitty babies, but it's something that'll help keep their systems going. So, rice.
Definitely keep the rice. And I have sensitive, and then I have the regular, the advanced. So you've got two different ones here. In the event that I wish I had a bigger one of these, but this is just what I got. But this is more regular, and this is more sensitive. So the sensitive tends to work better with all babies, and I think it's a gassy thing. Mm-hmm. They get kind of gassy, and then they don't like it so much that they're gassy. I complain too when I get like that.
I complain when you're gassy. I think it's worse on my end.
Anyway, but yeah, this is more for the baby that don't care so much, and then this is for the sensitive baby. It's always good to have both.
Mm-hmm. If you have to, last resort would be powdered milk. It wouldn't be very easy on forgiving, I think, on their stomachs, but of course this is just a what if we don't have any type of alternatives and you need to go cheaper. Mm-hmm. Powdered milk.
But don't go cheap on the powdered milk, because I have read that cheap powdered milk don't last long at all. And if you do get powdered milk, and just like the formulas, keep it sealed. Don't ever open it. Just leave it alone. And just keep it in a nice dry place. You'll be alright.
Yep. And for the babies that are, 3 months and older, just some regular fruit food. You can use apples, bananas. You can boil the apples, mush them up, pears, potatoes, and just smash them and feed them to baby if you have spare food like that, or just bananas, smash them up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to use that stuff if you have a decent fruit supply.
I was telling them earlier that if you had a garden, you could probably get items from the garden that you could smash up and feed them. Or blend, however you can blend it, if you can't get food. And I was also saying how we did not have such a great trial with remember the jar baby food? It did not last long. Mm-mm. Remember that? It was awful. It did not last long at all. And we noticed I know this is going to sound probably ridiculous, and I hope it doesn't, but this is the stuff that lasted the longest. And that's why I'm picking some up for this kit. I went out and got this today. I noticed I didn't have any in the bag, so I wanted to make a pit stop before I did the video. But I picked up 3 brand new ones of these so that we could have some food in the bag. And I know that I've got a couple of years I can keep this. So it's just good to know.
Yeah, it's not glass and won't break. You
don't
have to worry about a mess.
So if I get to tossing this thing around, I don't have to worry about giant explosion and having food all in my bag. There we go.
So, going back to formula and bottles, if you have a little baby that is having a hard time suckling on the nip, you'll need a syringe, and this is a premature infant feeding tube. And we actually had to use this on one of our kids.
Yep.
What we pretty much did is this little tube, there's a insert on one end where you stick the syringe, and so you're basically pulling the syringe up and you stick the tube into your bottle of mixture, whatever milk you got in there, and you stick, of course, make sure the tube is clean, stick the the tube, don't stick it all the way down their throat where it's going into their stomach. Just make sure it's just kind of inside the cheek towards the back of the mouth. And you're just going to push down on that syringe, and that liquid will shoot back, and it forces the baby to swallow.
It's like where your jawline ends back there, where your teeth are, and your last tooth right back there is kind of about where you would put it. They don't have teeth, obviously, but that just gives you an idea how far it goes in. It's not like we were talking about. It's like, didn't we shove that down her throat? No. Remember, we had to. Yeah, we talked about that before we even. She just got done explaining it to me. But yeah, I totally can't believe that they have stuff like this, and I had to have one too, just to be on the safe side for the kit. Measurement tape. I don't know.
That's just to measure the circumference of the head.
Want to know how big your head is?
I mean, just to make sure your baby's growing. But
yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of a silly.
But you've got weight, head, chest, length, all that stuff is written on here. Baby birth date. You can continuously add stuff to this. You can write stuff on it. Say you ain't coming back, and you want to keep track of it.
And then you find a doctor, and
then you find a doctor.
The doctor can be able to tell you if your baby's got any medical or health problems.
Mm-hmm. You want me to do this?
Go for it. What do you want me to do? Well, you're not really an expert.
I'm not an expert. Well, I'm not an expert. Well, so, it's 80 ointment. I got that one. I can figure that one out.
80 ointment. Yeah, it's good.
Baby
it's
rash.
Decent stuff. A good barrier for those baby rashes. And you never know. If you're going to be stuck out with no shelter and it's hot, it's always good just to have some sunblock. SPF 50, of course. So you got to protect that skin.
Do you want me to talk about this one?
No.
Would you talk about this one?
It's just nipple cream for the ladies.
It's nipple cream.
That's all we need to talk about.
This stuff works great. This is great for chapped anything
like
and
Vaseline.
rashes. I want to say this stuff is better for even any kind of healing scratch scars. But if a baby's got like a diaper rash that's just gone totally severe, and 80 ointment ain't cutting it. This stuff right here, I keep this as a backup. You can read that. That company right there. That's the one you want.
Yep.
But this stuff will work great. It'll definitely smooth things along a lot faster. Another one that we don't have, they don't make a mini size, is monkey butt. If you ever find monkey butt's great. I think you gotta like, where did we find that?
Lowe's.
No, it wasn't Lowe's. It was...
Oh, no, Ace Hardware. I'm
Ace
sorry.
Hardware. Ace Hardware has monkey butt. If you're near one, go check that out. It's usually up by the counter, by the cash register. Anyways, that stuff works great. Not the powder. You got to get that liquid stuff. That's pretty much it.
And the baby shampoos.
Baby shampoo.
Clean them. They don't take much. And
yeah.
You don't need to bathe them much, of course. And then, of course, baby powder.
Mm-hmm.
Not the stuff that causes cancer. This is the updated stuff.
The updated stuff. Yeah, that was a bigger deal. Anyway.
And then, so, of course, we have, just a little medical kit. Mostly Band-Aids and Neosporin and gauze. And, of course, we got Quick Clot. And just some wraps. And that's pretty much it. I mean, just a simple little baby first aid.
Well, it's good though. I mean, at least if you are in a situation with your baby bag and you've got the baby and you need to patch.
Or toddler.
Yeah, could be infant or toddler, whichever one. So, but you might need this. We don't know. We don't know what situation you're going to be in. Did you get this? Okay, there was the other spoon. All right. Couple of spoons for the food, obviously. Bulb sucker. This works great. Anything up in the nose, mouth, wherever it is.
Congested.
Ear, when they're congested, yep.
It's really important.
Yeah.
They can't blow or snot out it on their own. It gets stuck.
You gotta have
And the cheap ones don't work.
Mm-mm.
You have to get pretty much hospital grade.
Don't do cheap.
Don't do cheap.
If you find one with the top that opens at the top, don't buy that. If you're at Target or someplace and you see like the one with the top that opens up on the backside to drain out whatever, look, putting syrup on poop don't make it pancakes, people. You know, adding little flippity doos and hoo-ha's, this is where it's at right here. This will do the job all day long.
Yep. And of course, you know, got the baby teething.
Yeah.
Pacifier's good. You know, you want a happy, quiet baby because it can be stressful when you got a screaming infant nonstop. And of course, that's why we add some toys. Because especially if you're in a stressful situation where maybe you need to be quiet and try and keep that baby quiet, toys or little Care Bears.
Yep.
I know you care.
Lucky Bear. Alright, so before here, don't forget the scissors. That was scissors that we had.
Just scissors.
Scissors. It's always good to have that with your medical kit. But she's making a good point about the stressful. We've been in some situations where things were stressful and we had a kid crying in the background and it just made it 10 times worse. It totally will make a person's anxieties go higher with your kids in the background, and their uncomfort will make you even more uncomfortable with your situations you're involved in. So it's good to have comfort items for your kids all times.
There's that stranger next to you that did not prepare.
Yep.
And you can be like, bam sis, here you go.
There
I
you
got
go.
toys and oh, we didn't get out our Tylenol.
The Tylenol? The kids' Tylenol.
The infants' Tylenol.
Yeah, we've got infants' Tylenol.
Oh, we always have a bottle of infants' Tylenol.
Yeah, that's another item that goes in here.
Because it does miracles too on
Do you want me to
teething
go
and
get
fever.
Or just stop. We're good, right? I'll put it in
Yeah.
here when we're done. Infants Tylenol, go to the, you can go just to the any pharmacy section and get infant Tylenol if you know what we're talking about.
Knockoff works just as
Yeah, the knockoff works just as good. It'll last for, its expiration date. Just keep it at that. If it's going to have an expiration date and it still counts as Tylenol, doesn't it? Because it can still kill a person because it's considered Tylenol, right?
Well, that's one I guess to
Ask.
look up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because it's got more sugars inside of it, so I don't know if that would help make it last a little bit longer, but I wouldn't go past the expiration date really.
Because the thing is with Tylenol, I know regular Tylenol, if it goes bad, you're dead.
Any type of aspirin, of course.
Aspirin, yeah, aspirin. Don't let it go past its expiration date. Check it, throw it away.
Yeah, you'll be able to tell by tasting it yourself and texture and looks.
Socks.
Yes, socks. Gotta keep the feet warm. Hats, you know,
More
different
socks.
different types. Beanie, keep the head warm. Hat, keep the sun off.
That's the weatherproof one.
Yeah,
That's the weatherproof beanie.
it's reversible.
Yeah, reversible. It's like that. Yeah. San Diego Zoo, huh? Alright, whatever.
And just extra pair of clothes. Just a couple pairs. Nothing too crazy because you can always just hand wash what's dirty. And of course the burp towels. Babies spit up a lot.
Yep.
And it's just, yeah, you can go through a lot of towels.
Major item, wipes.
We don't go skimpy on the wipes. We do at
Lots.
least a pair.
Oh, yeah. Don't go cheap on the wipes either. Huggies.
Aloe vera
Yep.
will not irritate their diaper rash because it is so it's built for that just super sensitive skin.
That's the one you
Very
want.
gentle. You go cheap, you're going to make that poor baby's butt raw, red, and bleeding.
And then that baby's not ever going to stop crying. We learned our lesson with wipes over the years, and we don't go cheap on wipes anymore.
It's only 40 cents more.
Yeah. This is super neat. I have to show this real quick before you're going to talk about the blanket, right? There's a blanket.
It's just a blanket.
It's just a blanket. It's gigantic. She's done. What about that one there? You want to throw that in?
Fine. Love bug.
Love bug. Don't forget love bug. All right. Dude. Okay. I want to say 18 diapers. Is it about 18? I think so. Whatever. She keeps telling me, oh, it's like 10. I don't know. Anyways, there was like 18 of them. I swear there was. I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how many there are. There's quite a few diapers in here.
There is quite a few.
Quite a few. All right. 2 of them are waterproof, okay, for like swimming. There's newborn all the way to 6. And they're a little spaced out. There's only like a couple of newborn diapers, just a couple. The rest can fit any child. It doesn't matter. Just pull them up more, tighten them up more, and you can make them work. So the size, if the baby's smaller, not a big deal. The baby's bigger, you might have a problem. You might lose 2 diapers. No big deal. But it's just good to have, right? Right. Mm-hmm. But I vacuum sealed it to shrink it. Normally it would be like this big, but now it's this big. So thanks again to my friend that got me the vacuum sealer because it's come in handy. I don't think I have any more topics on this. I think that's about it.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. But emergency situations, you've got something you can grab, go. You've got kids. It's not the time when disaster strikes. It's not the time to. I'm not telling you how to live your life, just so you know. But it's not the time to panic and have more panic because you have to worry about the kids. Because you also need to worry about yourself. Your personal items, say your birth certificate, your ID cards, your social security card, all that stuff. You have to make sure you have all those things. A firearm or 2, whatever it is that you have to grab, and then you have your children. So you have that, and then you have you, and you have your others around you to take care of. So one less thing to worry about. You'll have that, check in the box, you just grab it and go.
Because I forget things just trying to go to a doctor's appointment or whatever. So under a stressful situation, I can only imagine myself just forgetting so much.
Mm-hmm.
Not even thinking about it.
Well, you're watching SOS. I'm Staff Sergeant Badass.
Sip a cup.
I hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy.